How social media fuels anxiety. Imagine a world where every glance, like, or scroll chips away at your confidence. A world where validation comes from strangers and a single negative comment can spiral into self-doubt. It's not a dystopian film. This is the reality of social media. But what if the platforms we turn to for connection are the same ones feeding our deepest insecurities? Social media has revolutionized the way we interact, share, and connect. But beneath its allure lies a darker side, one that fosters anxiety, insecurity, and an overwhelming fear of missing out, FOMO. The constant exposure to curated perfection, relentless notifications, and the addictive need for validation can distort reality and exacerbate mental health struggles. The role of comparison, a tale of two characters. Think of Miranda Priestley from The Devil Wears Prada. Her world is a facade of power and perfection, but behind closed doors, it's riddled with insecurity and the pressure to maintain appearances. Social media transforms us all into a version of Miranda, constantly comparing our lives to the highlight reels of others. Now consider Bridget Jones from Bridget Jones's Diary. She compares her life to her seemingly perfect friends, spiraling into self-doubt. Social media amplifies this phenomenon, turning our feeds into a never-ending competition of who has the better life, body, or success story. The result? A breeding ground for anxiety as we measure ourselves against unrealistic standards. The addiction to validation. Social media operates like a slot machine. Unpredictable likes, comments, and shares keep us hooked. Dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemical, surges when we receive positive feedback, but the absence of it leaves us craving more. Take Andy Sachs from The Devil Wears Prada. Her transformation was driven by external validation from her boss and colleagues. Similarly, social media trains us to seek approval in the form of likes and followers. Over time, this reliance can erode self-esteem and heighten anxiety, as our sense of worth becomes tethered to metrics we can't control. FOMO and the illusion of missing out. Social media thrives on creating FOMO, fear of missing out. Scrolling through photos of friends vacationing in Bali or attending exclusive events can make our own lives feel inadequate. A fitting example is Mia Dolan from La La Land. Her dreams and ambitions are constantly tested as she compares her life to others who seem to have it all. Social media amplifies this feeling, showcasing the highlights of others' lives and leaving us questioning our own paths. This relentless pursuit of belonging and chasing what seems perfect contributes significantly to anxiety. The 24/7 nature of social media. Unlike traditional social interactions, social media never switches off. Notifications bombard us at all hours, creating a sense of urgency that disrupts sleep and peace of mind. Consider Ethan Hunt in Mission Impossible. His missions demand constant vigilance and leave no room for rest. Social media turns us into our own Ethan Hunts, always on alert, afraid to miss the next big post, meme, or trend. This hyper-awareness increases stress and fuels anxiety over time. The echo chamber effect. Social media algorithms prioritize content we engage with, creating echo chambers that reinforce our fears and insecurities. If you're prone to worrying about your appearance, your feed might flood you with fitness influencers or beauty standards that heighten your anxiety. A cinematic example is Truman from The Truman Show. His entire world is a fabricated echo chamber designed to control his perspective. Similarly, social media limits our exposure to diverse ideas, trapping us in a loop that intensifies our anxieties. Cyberbullying and fear of judgment. Social media can be a playground for trolls and cyberbullies. The fear of public judgment or humiliation often discourages genuine self-expression. Think of Katie Heron from Mean Girls. The social dynamics in her high school mirror the toxicity of online interactions. Rumors spread fast, and judgment is ruthless. Social media amplifies this tenfold, making it easy for anyone to become a target. The fear of this judgment can create a pervasive sense of anxiety, leading to self-censorship and isolation. The way forward: managing social media anxiety. 1. Curate your feed. Follow accounts that inspire positivity and unfollow those that trigger anxiety. Your digital space should reflect your values, not your insecurities. 2. Set boundaries. Limit screen time and designate no social media zones, such as before bed or during meals. 3. Practice gratitude. Shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. Gratitude journaling can counteract feelings of inadequacy. 4. Seek professional help. If social media-induced anxiety feels overwhelming, therapy can provide strategies to cope effectively. Social media isn't inherently bad, it's a tool, and like any tool, it depends on how we use it. By being mindful of its impact and taking steps to protect our mental health, we can reclaim control over our digital lives. Remember, the next time you scroll, that what you see is only a fragment of someone's reality. Don't let it define yours.